The operation of the Golden Touch program can best be explained using some simple examples. As a first introduction, we will help you to make the uncomplicated plate that is shown below. For this exercise you will need rectangular plates of 48 mm width and 60 mm height. Install this format in the printer before you start the exercise. Before we start doing anything, you go to the font, you change this into Arial, font size 12, bold, and you go to Options, Save Default. Every time you start with a new label, it will become into Arial 12 and bold. Selecting the plate format. For any plate you will first have to select the format. Obviously, the format selected on the screen must correspond to the material installed in the printer. The format box in the control panel indicates which format and dimension is currently used. It is possible that the correct format is already shown, as Golden Touch remembers the last format it used. In that case, you do not have to select format and you can immediately start composing the text. Otherwise, you have to click on the Select button in the Format box. An overview of all available Golden Touch formats is shown. Please notice that the dimensions in millimeter are shown under that format. This will help you to select the correct format and dimensions. Click on the icon with the desired format or on the text below it. If this was performed correctly, a selection rectangular is shown around the chosen text and the background of the image is colored. For our example, you select format rectangular 48 by 16. Then click on OK. The format overview disappears. The silhouette of the selected plate is displayed in Golden Touch main window. You are now ready to compose the text of the plate. Composing the text. Almost everything for composing and laying out the text is available in the text box on the control panel. First, select the number of text lines. Now, you must replace the text line 1, line 2, line 3 with the texts Tournament, London, 2020. Click on the first text line in the design window. A bold line around the text indicates that Golden Touch has selected this line. In the input box under Golden Touch main window, the text line 1 stands against a dark background. Start typing. The first character you type will replace the selected text. In order to replace the text line 1 by the text Tournament, just type this text. The first text line is ready. Now click the mouse on the second text line in the design window. Notice that the text line 2 is shown in the input box and that this text is selected. Type the text London and you do the same for 2020. Should you need more than 5 lines, proceed as follows. Click on Text in the Golden Touch menu, click on More Lines, fill in the desired number of text lines in the dialog window. Click on OK. You can now print the plate. For this operation, click on Print. Click in the white box behind the word Number. In this example, you will print 2 copies of the designed plate. Therefore type 2. Finally, you click on the Start Printing button for printing the plates. Moving the printed copy. Although major attention was paid to setting the correct parameters for all available Golden Touch formats, it is possible that your design's printed copy is not positioned exactly in the middle of the plate. If this is the case, select Offset in the File menu. You will see the following dialog window. If you set a horizontal or vertical offset, The position of the printed copy can be readjusted. Setting a positive value for horizontal offset will move the printed copy somewhat to the right. If you want to shift the printed copy somewhat to the left, you have to fill in a negative value. A positive value for vertical offset will move the printed copy somewhat to the bottom. A negative value will print the design somewhat to the top. Selecting a line. After typing the 3 text lines, you will notice that the border of the third line is thicker than the other lines, indicating that Golden Touch selected this line. For modifications of a text line's layout, you first have to select that line. To do this, you have to click in the frame surrounding that line. Modifying font and font size. If I take one line, and on this one line comes Tournament, Brussels, July, (2020). If you want to adapt the font and reduce the font size of this text, the complete text will fit in the width of the plate. First, change the type into Comic Sans, for example. Now you can reduce the font size by clicking below.